Look at this reprobate here. Darren Acton. He's trying to rob a pound off me again. Morning, Darren!
How are you today?
So you're after dragging a pound off me again today, aren't you?
Fiver. It's fiver, remember? On a fiver.
Oh, we're on a fiver, are we?
Yeah, I sent you a message. You agreed to it. You said apparently I'm skint.
Oh, I'm skint, so it's a pound it is then.
I forgot the Yorkshireman in you.
Well, good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Nosh from FishOn TV. It is, just looked, Wednesday the 23rd of June. And I have just arrived at HALLCROFT Fisheries. It's the one we've all been waiting for. It's the first round of the UK Champs, probably one of the most prestigious not matches but tournaments of the year. Got to be consistent. It's over 4 rounds. It's split into sections. If you win your section, you go to the leaderboard. If you win your next section, your next round, you stay at the top of the leaderboard. And if you don't do so well, like I did last year, 10th in my section last year, which was absolutely shocking, on Reed Pond. Just hope I don't draw that, because I'll be honest with you, I won't have a clue what to do on there. Everybody struggled on that lake that year. I think there was 3 anglers, or maybe 4, that caught over £30. I think 50 won it or something, and all the other lakes were catching a hell of a lot more than that. So not wanting to draw that area. HALLCROFT Fisheries, we've been having a bit of a running joke, me and Dave. So what's your plan for HALLCROFT Fisheries? Well, I've fished it 4 times. I've not drawn in a decent area once. Every time I've drawn here, people have just, good luck basically, you know. Reed, nobody had any idea, because I don't think many of the lads fished the oak matches there. When I fished 2 oak matches here, best I've done is £28. Feeder masters, as you saw, I drew on bridge. I'm talking to Dave Wood before, and he said the only place that you don't want it is these areas, and I drew one of them. I think there's about 4 on the lake, maybe 5 on the whole complex, and I drew one of them alongside Nick Speed. And as Nick said, we've no chance here, Alan, absolutely 0 chance. So every time I've come here, it's not been kind, I've not drawn well, and I've not caught a great deal. So am I looking forward to it? Of course I am. I think Dave's run me about 3 times. So what's your plan then, Alan? Basically, I brought the kitchen sink. You really want to be carp fishing, but if it's an area, I mean, when I've been looking at results, there are areas that are just not producing anything. And if it's a case of, in that area, skimmers may win the section. Maybe it's skimmers, I don't know. There's 1 or 2 people just say, you're in a carp complex, go for carp. But they don't always turn up. You've got to do what you can do to try and get as high up that section as possible. And if it does mean carp, then that would be the best way, obviously. But if it also means skimmers, then you've got to edge your bets a little bit, I think. Plan of attack, don't know, because I don't know how I'm going to get drawn. We've drove in, and it looks like some of the end pegs are black with fish, so I'm assuming that mugging and shallow will be the way to go there. You've got to set shallow up, you've got to set mugging up, you've got to set a pellet waggler up or something. I do know that hemp and corn, meat and corn at 14 metres, they have been dumping it down with some big pots and then shipping the bomb out and dropping it over the top for accuracy. But for me, diddly donk way, get it cast out, that's where I say. I understand the accuracy side of it, and they have been getting some good weights on certain pegs. That doesn't work on every peg. So the options, there are vast amounts of options here. Obviously margins for later. Again, margins here, even though there's been fish there, I've struggled to hook one. It's the crafty old fish. Let's turn that off. They are crafty old fish. So let's see where we get drawn. Again, with it being such a big complex and so many pegs, I will have to ask someone's opinion on the area I've drawn and what they think, because I just don't know this fishery well enough. And if you had a walk around it, you'd understand what I mean. There's got to be hundreds of pegs here, you know, so I fished 4 of them. There you go. I would have thought where the wind's blowing in today, it's going to be sunny all day. It's warm in this van. Where the wind's blowing in, there's got to be some decent areas, I would have thought. Where it's calm in certain areas, I would have thought it's got to be good for mugging. So we'll just see where we get drawn. And you can only do your best, that's what I say. So I will be trying my best. Let's see if we can get up the section. I'll find out how many's in each section today. Last year it was 10. I can't quite get to grips with how it works with the sections, because sometimes it's 10 in a section, sometimes it's 6 in a section. So I'll have to ask how many's in per section, and then we'll give you updates as we go along. We tee off at 1 o'clock. I can't help saying that, teeing up at 1 o'clock. But we start fishing at 1 o'clock. I think it's one while at 6. I think that's what we're fishing. So there we go. We'll see where me and Dave get drawn. I've been having a breakfast with Dave, and let's just hope we have a much better year or day at Holcroft than last year. I finished 66th last year. 2 very, very poor early rounds. Even the third round when I caught plenty, over £100, still left me like 5th in section or something, which, you know, not good at all. So looking forward to the day's fishing. Not sure what the approach is going to be until I draw my peg. Let's hope for a good day. 66th position over the 4 rounds is something I must beat, because that is pretty dismal. Well, at least it would buff David Wood. Sorry, David. Right, over and out. See you at the draw.
Island 42 for Mr. Nosh. Island 42.
Island 42. Cheers, Andy. Right, folks, as you've seen, I've drawn Moat Island 42, an area I've not drawn. Dave was just said, excuse the swearing earlier, I might have to put a beep on it. He went, looks like we've no chance of winning off these pegs. So there's 10 in a section. You can only do your best. I've just had a quick word with Steve Cook. He reckons 13 or 14 metres. Can be a good area on its day, but he's just not sure. So we'll just see what happens. I think the plan of attack is going to be sort of that 14 metre line, get a bomb chucked over that, bit on the feeder in the middle. I'm going to say chuck the bomb over it. I'm not sure whether I'll chuck the bomb over it or fish pole actually at 40 metres. I'll wait till I get to my peg, see how much room I've got, margins, and a short line. I think that's going to be it. I think I might go down the hemp and meat or hemp and corn attack on that. Maybe prime a line up and see for a pellet waggler or shallot or something like that. I don't know. We'll have a look when we get down there. Make his own mind up. But you've got to try and sort of simplify it a little bit. You never know. Wind's blowing. Looks like it's blowing down that way. See if there's some muggers. See if there's oak shallow. Don't know. We shall see. No chance of winning it, as per usual, from that area. Like I said, the end pegs on bridge absolutely black over. I'll be surprised if the winner doesn't come from there, or an end peg down here something. Right, let's get to me peg. See how we do. Got to get above 10th in the section on my first round. Right, not a lot to beat. Well, fishy people, I'm here on my peg, and the peg that Steve Cook was telling me about when he said it's just down here. I was getting all my gear out, wrong peg. There's 2 number 42s on Moat. There's one on Island, and I looked at mine and it does say Island on it, but I've not really noticed it, to be honest with you. So got all my gear out, back it up and come back to this peg. Anyway, he said 10 minutes of my time, but what an idiot you do feel. Right, this peg in this area, I've just been listening to Jamie Wild for half an hour, or maybe 45 minutes, or maybe an hour, I don't know. I was talking to Chris Farley for God knows how long. I think he summed it up as if he said it's crap round here. I think he could have said that in 2 seconds, couldn't you, Jamie? He watches me videos and all, he just told me. So yeah, peg at 42 on Island on Moat. I haven't got an Island chuck. You can only chuck to the middle, because I'll just let you have a look at the peg in a minute. There's other people at the other side. And what I've decided on is, here we go, margin down here for later on, next to the platform. I'm going to use paste, and I don't know if you can see those. There's one or two fish just seem to have turned up, dotted about. I've got a mugging type waggler, and I've got my mugging rig and a slapping rig. So I'm going to see if I can mug a few. And I've been watching Jamie because he is the expert here. I've been watching him sort of ship. It was great. Steve Cook was casting his bomb for him. And Jamie was shipping his pole out with a cupping pot on for distance. So what I've done, I've shipped my bomb out 14 metres. I know they'll be dumping hemp and corn or meat out there. 14 metre line. I'm going to go on the deck there. But before I put any bait out whatsoever, I'm going to do a bit of mugging and a little bit of slapping just to see if we can get one or two fish. And there's Jamie, look, the mighty fisherman of HALLCROFT Fisheries himself. He's had some mighty results here, some big weights. So whatever he does, I'll change and do exactly the same. Right, I've also got a top 2 and 2 set up just down here. And a method feeder which I can go a little bit further out if I wanted to do, or over the corn line. So as you can see, nicely pegged out. I don't know who's to my right because that's somebody right in the corner over there. We've got about 2 pegs between us each, and then there's somebody under this tree somewhere. I can't see where they are. I think we've got Pete Bailey, I think he's over here somewhere, I think, and I've got Steve Cook in blue. It's hard to tell on the camera, it's a small picture, somewhere around here. Steve Cook in blue, and Chris Barley, the decoy specialist over here. So, got some mighty fishermen in my pegs, in my section I think. Anyway, that's the plan. I'm not going to put any bait in to start with, bit of mugging, because I have seen 1 or 2 fish knocking about, and then we'll just take it easy from there and see how we go on. I've absolutely no idea what to expect from this area. We'll see. So keep your fingers crossed for me. And Dave's drawn 67, he's not happy. Unlucky woody. Right, I've got 15 minutes just to get this camera set up. I'm going to have a little drinky winky, and then we're away fishing. There you go, hover out. Bait wise, mugging, I've got some 8mm if I want. On the deck, hemp, I've got some more hemp in my cool bag. Micros for around the method feeder stroke, churro banjo feeder, and ground bait, and that's for the margins as well. And then I've got some paste in the cool bag, and a few little bits and bobs, washers, different coloured pellets, all different colours in there. Let me have a look. All different coloured pellets in there for the mugging or slapping, and that's pretty much it. Oh, ibuprofen for my back. Right, there you go. Apologies if you can't quite see me properly. Not a lot of room here, and I just set off mugging. I've been at it about 5 minutes, and the float's just gone under. Chris Barley's just got one. There's a guy to my right's had one. It's taking some it's not wanting to come in, this one, at all. I just can't seem to move it. Just go straight up there. It's a bit awkward for room. I'm not putting too much pressure on it. It's nice and steady, no rush.
First fish, always nice to get a first fish if you can. It's not landed yet, but nice and steady. Let's see if we can sneak this net under him. Got him by surprise there. I don't think he realised I was coming with the net. A decent 10 pounder to start with. That'll do. Yes, he's not happy. Definitely got him by surprise there. Oh, he's really come to life now. Wrestling with the carp in the net. He's like thinking, what? How come I'm in that net? There we go. Well, that'll do for a starter. 10 pounder. My God, he's trying to flip out of the net. Well, that's beat last year's weight by 8.5 pound or 10 pound, depending on how big he is. That's a nice start. Get in. Oh, I feel happy now. Let's hope that's the first of a few more. As Jamie Wild says, nobody mighty's been in this peg. He did make me laugh. Bless him. A little mugging rig. Just make sure everything's alright, because that was twisting in the net. Seems okay. Six-eight elastic. Anyway. Oh, sorry, bleep that one out. I don't normally swear, but right, we're an hour and a half in. Chris Barley's absolutely slaughtered him in that corner. He must have 100 pound now after an hour and a half. Jamie's had 2 or 3. I've seen 1 or 2 coming out, but not a lot apart from Chris. He's got to be smashing this area here. And I've just started catapulting meat round the mugging rig, and it just went under. Edley, make sure you bleep that out. I hate swearing on here. There's kids watching. Try going under my platform. Don't think this is as big, this one, because it's got the telltale zooming about little one. 3 or 4 pound, I think. Yeah, either that or it's foul hooked. It's putting a lot better fight up than the big one. But I've tried short. I've tried on the bomb over some where I've been putting a few bits of hemp and corn. He's certainly not wanting to come up. It's got to be foul hooked, surely. I find it like a cracking bite. Straight under. It's not that big, so I'm assuming it's foul hooked. Could be wrong. It is going crackers. Can't believe how easy that big one came in compared to this. It's not even, I don't think it's even half the size. That's why I'm thinking it's foul hooked. No, it ain't. It's just I think it's just been in gym. It's got to be one of the smallest carp in complex, this. Get away. Get away. Goddamn fish. It's just not coming to the top. This time. Yeah, he's certainly a fit little thing. You've seen all these big ones knocking about. There's nothing mugging now. That's why I've started finding a few pieces out. We can fool him into coming to the top this time. Oh, he's just not having it, this one. He's showing his muscles. What a tiddler. There we go. Only about £4. More energy than Linford Christie. God, Bennett, what a mighty battle he put up. Well done, son. There we go, about £4-ish, so. That's another one. I've got to keep doing that, haven't we? I want these big slow ones. Never mind these ones on steroids. So Chris Barley's definitely smashing it. And we're all on catch. We has just gone quiet now, so then all I'm doing is just putting a little piece of meat on. Right. And just going out and just mugging with it. Oh, it's gone warm with this warm weather. It's gone soft. Right, let me sort this out. Right, 2-hourly update. I've had a skimmer on mugging line on meat, but nothing else. Jamie says he's got 3 carp. Don't know how big they are. I've just gone out on method. Chris Farley's slowed right down. He's caught all his fishing sort of first hour, 45 minutes, and I've not seen anybody catching anything at minute. But it's strange, is this place? Just can't work it out. I keep getting liners and then a fish will just swirl just in front of me, but I've been down there and I've not had a touch. It's weird. I'm just getting liner to death again. Tickle Jamie did that. Liner to death and no bites. So they're moving about, but any fish that do come through are coming through like torpedoes, going really fast. So I'm just having a little go on the method. I've rebaited that 14-metre line. I've noticed Jamie's really filling it in. He's putting, there you go, look, just in front of me again here. And I keep throwing a few pellets just down there. But they keep zooming past. There were no signs of that fish whatsoever. It's just caught the line. Water's quite murky, so you can't exactly see through it to see where they all are. They've got to be quite high to see them. But yeah, it's proving tough, as I thought. I mean, Chris has got to be smashing this. He's got to be doing well in match anyway. 110 he reckons he's got. So fair play to Chris. Another guy reckons he's about £45 over to my right somewhere. Jamie, I don't know how big they are. He might have. He could have, if it's 3 fish, it could be £30, it could be 15 or 20 £20 or so, I don't know. It was hard to tell how big they were. I've got, like I said, about 14 or 15 pound. I could do half a dozen decent fish, pretty sharpish. It's not looking good. I've just not had a sniff on this. I'm due to come in again. I'm in the middle of the lake. Oh, there you go, another line, look. Again, that's a fish that's zooming through. But you can't see him. I've even had my glasses on, you still can't see him. There we go, that's your update, over and out. Come on the fishes, come on the carps. Oh, nice little ducklings. I bet they'd eat all snap I chucked at them. Right, it's gone round, but it ain't hooked in mouth this for definite. Had a great big liner. Yeah. Big liner, nearly dragged the rod off. Lifted the rod up and it's foul hooked it. You can tell it's foul hooked, it's just shaking everywhere. I think it's in tail this. Jamie's just had his first fish for God knows how long, but it were a whopper. Absolute beast. Let's see if we can get this to come in backwards. You can see it shaking, look. Ridiculous. Oh, nearly. Gotcha. Jamie's laughing his socks off. God, Bennett. We don't like catching them like that. Right, now you just take the bait, fish. Just take the bait. I knew as soon as it went, I knew it was foul hooked, but there you go. 4-pounder. First bite I've had in ages. Been feeding me margins, but the ducks are just having a field day with me bait. I'm going to try paste down there. Oh, first time it goes round in God knows how long, and that is a new hook length needed. So I'll swap that over and out. Right, as you saw there, foul hooker, that's taken me to 18 pounds. 3 carp, Jamie's got 4, but an absolute monster of a carp as well. So Chris Varley's quieting down, but he's still been getting 1 or 2. He's definitely winning it around here. There's a guy to my left got about 40 odd apparently. 40 poundish I heard him say. But it's been slow, it's been difficult. At least I've had a few more fish than last time, but it's just been really difficult here. There's 1 or 2 fish milling about, but they're coming through like torpedoes. Even freebies they just shine from. Wise old fish here. I'm pretty sure the men pegs are destroying it because they were absolutely black with them, especially on the bridge. And Steve Cook's just hooked into one. So I'm hoping down the margin there next to the next platform. I'm going to go down there in a few minutes, refeed it, go back down, and go down, have a look and just hope there's some nice munters turn up down there. It's been a difficult day to say the least. For some, well for me especially. Don't know how the guy to the right's doing. I've seen him getting 1 or 2 silvers and the odd carp. Just don't want to be last in section, that's last you need. Last thing you need. Damn it. But it's a lovely day. Right, that's your little update. Get some more hemp on what they call the dump line apparently. Keep putting lots of hemp down there with corn meat in. I've got meat on at the minute. I've noticed with the smaller pieces of meat you seem to get skimmers, so I've gone for like a 10mm piece. Right, that's your update. Let's hope the margins produce. Right, there's about 10 minutes to go and I've had an absolute disaster again. Just cannot get bites here at all. I've had 3 carp. I think Jamie's had about 6 or 7. Been in the margins, I've been in the margins for the last half an hour and I've not had a sign. I was hoping something would turn up there, but not a sign. It's just been rock hard. I primed the 14-metre line. I must admit Jamie has put quite a lot more bait in than me on that 14-metre line. I've been potting. There must be about 3 pints of hemp in there with corn and meat, and I've tried corn and meat and I've not had a sign apart from that liner. Sorry, not liner, the liner and the foul hooker. But I've just not had a sign in this margin. I just can't believe it. They haven't on me. It's just been an absolute disaster. This barley's probably got about 130, 140 pound over there, over the other side, and he's been mugged, like I say, you've got most of them in the first 45 minutes this morning. But it's just unbelievable. I just can't believe it's just destroyed me again as this place. What a terrible start at UK Champs. It's just what you don't want. Oh, as Jamie says, there's always next year. But Jamie's had a few on that 14-metre line in the end. I've tried it and I've had nothing. Nothing in the margin. I had nothing short. A mug 2 and a foul hooker and a skimmer on the mugging rig. I've tried paste down here. I've just put two well, it's a big dender chopped in half. Just as a little different option, but just no signs whatsoever. So it's a complete and utter disaster again at bloody HALLCROFT Fisheries. Don't think I'm in the best of area, but I expected a few more fish than what I've had. But you can only do your best. There's just no signs. Only thing that's been feeding over there is ducks. Right, that's me done. We'll have a look at the result. Well, I'll see at the weigh-in anyway. Not a lot to weigh in, maybe £18. That's about it. Right, see you soon. Right then folks, conclude the video shortly, but I'm here with Darren Acton from the Glebe, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. You alright?
And I think he pipped me by £1 at the Glebe.
Pound.
Well, we've had a fiver on it today. We've had a shocking day. It's not fished very well around here. Is it Pete Bailey that's won our section?
Yeah, it's at 81, is it?
Pete Bailey's had 81, so Pete Bailey, what a mighty fisherman you are today. Well done, son. But today I've weighed in £19 and 9 ounces. What are you weighed in, Darren?
19, no, you've had 29.
No, 19.
Did you have 19, did you?
19.9. Ooh. What you had?
I think I've had 19.4.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Very close call indeed. And he shouted it out. He wanted to fish for a fiver. And it comes to me, the mighty fisherman. So, well done, Darren, anyway. We can't shake hands. So
All the best.
we'll see you at the Glebe.
Yeah.
I'll be coming to see you for a bit of advice.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
And we'll have another few quid on it, eh?
Yeah.
Right, cheers, pal.
Cheers.
So we'll see you soon, folks.
Well done, Andy.
So there we go, folks, the end of UK Champs round 1. And as you probably heard and saw, I've weighed in £19.9. Not the day I really wanted. It's destroyed me again, so I thought. Set off great with a £10 fish. Chris Barley opposite. Just before the off, he just said, oh, a load of fish just appeared in front of him, and literally within an hour he must have had £100 or more. He's ended up winning his section with about £140, I think, something like that. So well done, Chris Barley. What a mighty fisherman you are. And just down from Chris was Jamie Wilder, who was in our section, in my section. He's ended up with £60 and coming second in our section. So well done, Jamie Wild. But let's get on to my day. £10 fish right from the off. Mugging. Great start. And then I couldn't get anything after that. Chris was just heaving them out. They just seemed to be all around. Nobody else were catching like he was, just him. I eventually got a little skimmer, and then I got another carp, and then I foul hooked one, and that was pretty much it. Being in the margins, preps the margins. I fished paste in the margins. It was a lovely flat bit right next to the next platform. Putting bait down there, ground bait and hemp. And then I fished paste over the top, and I never had a liner, not a sniff. Really surprised, because it was just sat beautiful. I thought there's got to be some fish there. Not a sniff. Top 2 and 2, not a sniff. Bomb on the dump line, as they call it. I'm watching Jamie Wild do it. He's the local one of the local experts down here. He's won many a match down here. What they call the dump line at 14 metres. Hemp and corn, or hemp and meat. Did pretty much the same thing. Don't think I put quite as much in as him, but I've gone through maybe 3 pints of hemp. And I never had a bite on that. Never had a bite on the method feeder. Never had a bite on the pellet waggler. Never had a bite on the Juro Banjo feeder. Everything that I've had has pretty much come shallow, and that's it. That was the end of my match, really. I felt very, very disappointed. There's quite a few other people being disappointed. But I did have a little £5 bet. I think we've got a bit of footage of that with Darren Acton from the Glebe. Very nice fella. Nice to see you again, Darren. He's in my section, and I've pipped him by about £3.
So it's £5 to me. What a mighty fisherman I am. Oh dear, it's been a tough day. It's been a gorgeous day, but it's been a tough day. A lot of people have really found it tough. I think there's been a £34, a £31, and the rest has been below that. I've ended up coming 6th in section, so it's not a complete disaster. I thought it was going to be, but it's not a complete disaster. 6th in section, 4 points higher than last year, so I've got to be half pleased with that. I'm pretty sure there were a few more fish would have put me up to 3rd. It wouldn't have taken many, the size of those fish in there. I needed £34, so I was a couple of 3 decent fish to get right up there. So, but it's fish tough. Spoke to Andy Power. He's won his section on an end peg with £95. The man in form, always does great in the UK champs. The winner of our section is Pete Bailey. Nice chatting with you today, Pete. So well done, Peter Bailey. What a mighty fisherman you are. He's come 2nd in the UK champs on previous goes. Jamie Wild 2nd in our section. So I've got to be half pleased, I suppose. Coming 6th, it's not last. It's far better than last year on Reed. And Reed, actually, 2 of the pegs on Reed has fished quite well today. But the overall winner, as you saw, Stephen Forster on Croft 20. I'm pretty sure it was Croft that Alan Scawthorne won to qualify for the Maven match this. I've had a little quick chat with him. He's caught all his fish mugging. When we passed there this morning, it was black with fish. 300 odd pound. I don't know what the exact weight is, but over 300 pounds. So he smashed it today. So well done, son. What a weight. All mugging, just the one rig. It's amazing, isn't it? I brought the kitchen sink. But when they're in front of you like that, because the word just sat everywhere when I went past, so he's done the business, Stephen. So well done. That's a great result. Right, that's pretty much it. Have I missed anything out? I don't think so. Still enjoyed it. Been a lovely day. Just a bit frustrating. It destroys many a man. As Jamie Wild said, there's always next year, Alan. I said that last year. Anyway, folks, don't forget, if you do like my videos, it's absolutely free to subscribe. So click the subscribe button if you already haven't. And if you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them. And a thumbs up. Come on, Bunky. Will be very, very nice. So until next time, I'm fishing with the old boys. I've not been with them for a few weeks because I've had a few Wednesday matches. I'm having to do a bit of work nowadays. So we are at Lodge Farm next week with the Old Boys Fishing Club, so I'm looking forward to that. So until then, don't forget, folks, fish on, and we'll see you pretty soon on the bank at Lodge Farm.